guess what? I have another date. I'm gonna have to start like making videos just about dates. Let's get started with the hair. I'm going simple hair. I am no muss, no fuss. This is a sample I picked up at Sally Beauty Supply. It's an ion heat protecting smoothing spray. I think that's about enough. It makes my hair a little on the greasy side, but it does make it soft and slippery and super shiny. Still don't know if I'll ever buy a big bottle of this, but because I need so little of it. There you go. Using my hot curlers as usual. My hot curlers are by Remington. I picked this up at CVS. They get hot in 1 minute, they say. Takes about 2 minutes, really. They were inexpensive, and that's pretty much why I got them. I am doing as little as possible with my hair. Let's see. A nice chunk here. And that's it. 5 rollers. That's all I'm doing. And I don't leave them in for very long. While those are setting up, let's get a little foundation on. I'm gonna go with a BB cream because my skin's breaking out a little bit. And this BB cream has salicylic acid in it. It is not my favorite finish, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I feel like I have some of that spray on them. So let me catch you up on the drama of my life. So right now, if you're just watching for a tutorial, you might want to sign off because I'm gonna be yapping through this one. This will be a talky one. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a great New Year's. I had an awesome Christmas. You notice I don't want to get the salicylic acid around my eyes. So that's a nice cadaverous look right now. Love my earrings. Aren't these pretty? They're so delicate and light. Hair curlers have decided it's time to come out, so let's get rid of them. I hear you, honey. So around the eye area, I'm just going to use a little of the Maybelline Fit Me in Classic Ivory, I think. Yeah, Classic Ivory. Just tap a little of that around, just because it doesn't have salicylic acid in it. So you remember the guy that I was seeing who broke up with me and then we got back together and then he broke up with me and we got back together and then I was all excited at my birthday because we got back together and then he broke up with me? A couple of days ago, well, I guess 6 days ago, I got a phone call from a friend. She had just seen an announcement on Facebook and wanted to call and congratulate me on my engagement. And I had to inform her that no, the engagement that he just announced was not to me. So that's why I've been a little absent lately. I've been in a little funk, even though we'd already broken up a couple weeks ago, and I accepted that and was moving forward with my life. That's still finding out that he actually got engaged to somebody else that quickly. Bit of a gut punch there. So that kind of affected my New Year's. I decided not to go to Las Vegas at New Year's. I decided I would stay in town and go out with a girlfriend as I put my curlers away. And we were gonna go out and go dress shopping. Not that I was gonna buy a dress, I really got something at a thrift store. But you know, we were gonna do girlfriendy stuff and have just a nice, wonderful girls' day of it, and she totally stood me up. She ghosted me and stood me up. Can you believe that? What kind of a woman does that to another woman on New Year's Eve? So my New Year's Eve was spent sitting at home watching QVC. I did not have a hangover the next day, so there's that. Okay, hair's basically styled. Now I'll fuss with it in a little bit, but it's pretty much there. Oh, let's get a little concealer under the eyes. This is Joe Blasco Orange Highlight 1. The powder I'm using is my usual e.l.f. High Def powder. I gotta get some lips on. This is once again, my usual Revlon honey. Revlon Balm Stain in honey, which I'm getting mighty low on. I have incredibly exciting news. Okay, it's probably not that exciting for you, but for me, it's really exciting. I rearranged my living room, and I am finally doing a makeup video with my mirror sitting on a solid surface. Every makeup video that you have seen me do up until now, I've been balancing it on my knees while trying to do my makeup. So this is super exciting. It's on a stable base and it'll always be the same. So there may be a little manipulating as we have to figure out exactly where the right place is, but once I do, we can lock it down. It's gonna stay that way. Well, we're not gonna lock it down because it is my desk. I still have to function. Naked Flushed palette, Urban Decay. And the last few days, I've been in the habit of, I just take a little bit of God, I don't want to blind you. I use the blush, but I add just a touch of this so that they've got the two tones in together, and it seems to work well. For my eyebrows, I am once again going with my Canyon Classics Quad Physicians Formula. I prefer the dark tone. So I finally signed up for a dating app. My last attempt at online dating was about 3 years ago, and I found it really, really overwhelming. I signed up on Plenty of Fish and then went on a work weekend and came back home 3 days later, and I had hundreds of messages and I felt completely overwhelmed and backed out of it. But I'm not gonna meet anybody going on hikes. I'm not gonna meet anybody going to bars because I don't really go to bars. And I'm not gonna meet anybody sitting inside my apartment without an app. So I thought about the different ones. I did a little research and I went with one called Bumble. And the reason I selected Bumble is that the way they have it set up is only the women can make the first move. So no men can make the first move to me. It can only be me making the first move. And I liked that level of control and that feeling of I won't be overwhelmed with 500 responses that I have to deal with all at once, because just reading through 500 or 300 is time consuming. So it gives me like 9 matches at a time, and guys can indicate they like me, and it's only if I indicate that I like them back that we can match. So it's been 2 days. I had 2 dates last night. I have one tonight. I haven't planned for tomorrow yet. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's get some eyes on. My eyes are bright red today. I don't know why, but they are. And they've been watering like crazy all day. I think it's this winter thing. I'm against it, frankly. What shall we do today? Let's see if we can't play with making, because my eyes are a little hazily, and a lot of times when they're bloodshot, they tend to look greener. So let's utz up the green a little bit and tweak them to be greener. Now, to make them greener, I'm going to want plums and burgundies and purpley colors. I'm going with It Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm going to select as my base tone, wait, where's my thing? I have a thing to help me. Violet. How awesome is that, huh? I'm going to use violet as my base color on my eyes. Sigma Firm Shader. I don't love it, but it'll be dark in a restaurant, it'll be fine. Let me add a darker tone. My diffused crease brush. Man, I better get more command in my language before the night comes, right? Diffused crease brush. Look at that, I could put all the words together just like a big girl. I'm going to add, this tone right here is called All Heart. I'm going to go with that. I'm unimpressed with how this makeup is turning out. Perhaps we're just going to be having a visit today. Better something than nothing. Man, I can't talk. Better something than nothing, right? I guess it's the same for everyone. You come back from a vacation, you try to get back in the swing of things, and yeah, it's difficult. Man, I really did a poor job on that. Okay. So when my date tonight says, gosh, what do you do? I think I'd better not say, makeup tutorials on YouTube, because this is a poor example. Now that we have on copious amounts of poorly applied eyeshadow, let's smudge it down a little, shall we? Oh man, this is not good. I could wash it off and start over, but honestly, I don't care that much. Isn't that terrible to admit? Domed utility brush, and I'm gonna go in with a light color to accent right in here, and then a little bit up on the brow bone. I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. Yeah, I still can't see it. Burnout! Yay, I can see it, it's Burnout. Oh my God, even with a magnifying glass, I'm blind. Anyway, it is this soft pink with just the teensiest bit of shimmer. Not impressed with it today. Not digging it. Oh well. I don't want too much on the lower. So I had my glass of water sitting on my coffee table the other day, and Colby, my big orange cat, decides that, oh, he liked the refrigerated water that comes from the water filter when it's in my glass. He doesn't want it when it's, you know, in his own dish. So he started drinking out of my glass. And I said, no, I don't think so, honey. And I got him his own. Now he expects his own glass of water on the coffee table all the time. He literally, when I didn't have any water on the coffee table, he just sat there and looked at the coffee table and looked at me and looked at the coffee table and looked at me, and I'm like, dude, really? What am I, your servant? And, well, of course, he's a cat. But, so now I have to have a ramekin full of ice water for my cat on my coffee table. Yeah, I'm undateable. Heading off to Henderson, North Carolina in a couple of weeks to work on a horror film. Super stoked about that. That's always fun. I think I'm going to wear a wig in that movie. My character is very trophy wife-ish, and I think I'm going to go with a very Melania Trump sort of a look, because if you're going trophy wife, there you go. And I have the wig. I don't have to buy anything, so that's definitely part of it. It's going to be cold. I have my grandmother's mink coat. I'm going to see if I can't work that into my wardrobe so that I'm bundled up all the time. You gotta think of these things, you know? Nobody else is going to think of them. I'm going to think about my creature comforts on set. Like, oh, can I wear Ugg boots? They won't let me do that. Yeah, that one's going to be a hard sell. Oh well. I'm using for my eyeliner, this is Lancome Aubergine. I think I'm gonna have to call this video How Not to Do Your Makeup. Oh well. I'm using the Vadodora 3D Fiber Lash. It's a two-step process. Well, it's a three-step process. There are the two steps that are actually three steps. Step 1 and 3. Step 2. These are the dry fibers. And back with now step 3, which is step 1 and 3. And the bottom lashes. And I think I'm just gonna keep the matte balm in honey on my lips. We're having sushi and that can be a little messy, and as it wears off, it's pretty much just lip color. I'm gonna line a little bit with Urban Decay Naked pencil. And the hair is really about as good as it's gonna get because it's raining outside and there's just not much point in putting too much work and effort into it. That is it. There we go. First video of 2017, and it was not my best. Oh well, is what it is. I love you bunches. I will talk to you very, very soon. Please subscribe. There's nowhere to go but up after this. Well, I've had more disastrous videos. You have a good one. Love you.